Have you ever wondered how menstrual period works? Why does it come every month? What does it have to do with getting pregnant? Hello my dear students! Welcome back again with my YouTube channel. This is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. So in this lesson, we will be discussing about the female reproductive system and the menstrual cycle. So kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 10. Hello my dear students, so without further ado, so let us discuss about Science 10 Quarter 3 Module 2, and we will be discussing about the female reproductive system and of course the menstrual cycle. Lahat ba kayo nakaka-experience na ng menstruation? Especially the girls out there, especially kayo yung mga Science 10, grade 10 na kayo. Of course, nakaka-experience na talaga kayo ng menstruation. Ano nga ba pag sinabi nating menstruation? So, we know that menstruation is a monthly discharge of blood that occurs in most women of childbearing age. Ibig sabihin, kapag nagkakaroon na ng menstruation ng isang babae, capable na rin siya na magkaroon ng kanyang anak. Alright, whether you are a female or a male, so this topic has triggered curiosity in you when you were in your early puberty period. Tama ba ako? Yes, alright. So, although you had a background of the menstrual cycle during your 5th grade, so some of you nagkaroon ng first menstruation noong grade 5, grade 6. So, let me share you mine. So, ako ay nagkaroon noong, ang unang beses na nagkaroon ako ng menstruation ay nung ako ay grade 6. So, I was 11 years old during that time. So, takot na takot talaga ako kasi sabi ko, hala, bakit may ganito? So, ayun pala. So, it's a sign pala na tayo ay nagdadalaga na. Alright, so, don't you wonder how this cycle is being regulated by the organs of the female human body? Paano nga ba? Di ba parang napakahiwaga talaga ng buhay? So, paano nagkakaroon ng menstruation ng isang babae? At bakit mga babae lang ang nagkakaroon ng menstruation? So, most students are very aware that once menstruation started in human, she is capable of producing children. Yes. So, once na isang babae ay nagme-menstruation na, so pwedeng-pwede na talaga siyang makabuo ng sarili niyang pamilya at magkaroon ng baby. Pero syempre, wag gagawin kung ikaw ay wala pa sa tamang edad. Alright, so this module will provide you information and simple activities that will help you understand the female reproductive system, its parts and its functions, and the complexity of the menstrual cycle. Alright, so what are the objectives of this lesson? Of course, after going through this module, this lesson vlog, you are expected to describe the feedback mechanisms involved in regulating processes in the female reproductive system, especially the menstrual cycle. Second objective, you have to relate the menstrual cycle of the female to the ability to get pregnant or reproduce. And number 3 objective, to spread awareness within the family about family planning and the national crisis on teenage pregnancy. Alright, so bibigyan ko lang kayo ng trivia. So since we are talking about the menstruation, the menstrual cycle, so ang tanong, how come that only girls get pregnant? Eh, may mga dugo din naman daw ang mga lalaki. So, bakit mga babae? Bakit nga ba mga babae lang ang nagkakaroon ng menstruation? So, always remember that if the egg doesn't become fertilized, the lining sheds and the blood is released from the uterus. Alright? Meron bang uterus ang mga lalaki? Wala, di ba? So, this is called a period. Yung tinatawag na natin na may menstruation tayo, may dalaw tayo, tayong mga babae. So, having a period means that you're likely to be able to get pregnant. So, and of course, remember that guys have a different reproductive organ. So, they don't have a period and therefore, they can't get pregnant. Alright class, so remember that our human body has a complex design. Yes, talaga namang very complex ng ating katawan. Iba't ibang klase na talaga namang may isip natin na, paano nga ba na-create tayo na ganito? And as we grow older, of course, our body changes in so many ways. And many changes occurs during our adolescence period. Ano ba yung adolescence period? Usually nangyayari to at the age of 10 to 19. So, what happens during our adolescent period? So, the changes in males are very different from those in female. Alright, so talaga namang magkaiba ang changes ng male sa female. And one of these differences is that girls menstruate while boys don't. Alright, so sa adolescence period, so at the age of 10 to 19, so at this age, changes that are common on both sexes include the development of pubic hair, the production of gametes. So what is gametes? Gametes are what we call the sex cells. So our ability to produce begins at adolescence. So the sex hormones cause these changes. So, may mga sex hormones tayo na ito yung nagpapabago ng katawan natin. Ano po? So, kitang-kita naman talaga yung difference ng ating pagbabago ng katawan natin simula ng pagka-baby natin, habang tayo ay nagiging toddler, hanggang tayo ay maging teenager. Alright, so this includes the events that happen during the menstrual cycle and those leading to reproduction. Alright, so kanina yung tanong ko nga sa inyo, so have you ever wondered how the menstrual period works? Paano nga ba nangyayari ang pagkakaroon ng menstrual cycle? Why does it comes every month? Bakit ba monthly? At bakit may mga babae na hindi naman sila dinadatnan monthly? What does it have to do with getting pregnant? So, okay, so let us define again menstruation. So, di ba pag sinabi nating menstruation or period, so this is the periodic or regular shedding of tissues and blood from the inner lining of the uterus. So again, sino lang ba ang may uterus? It's only the girls na may uterus. Kaya tayo lang ang nagkakaroon ng menstruation. So it could be described as the discharge of blood from the uterine wall. Ano po? So ito yung mga lumalabas na dugo na meron sa ating uterine wall. So always remember that different girls have different menstruation length, but the usual is 5 to 7 days. So, kayo natatandaan nyo pa ba yung last na nagkaroon kayo ng period? So, ilang araw kayong nagkaroon ng period? Alright, class. Question. What do you think might happen if the egg was fertilized by the sperm? Okay, correct. Obviously, the answer will be the woman or the female will get pregnant. Okay, if the egg was fertilized by a sperm, as it travels down the fallopian tube, alam niyo yung fallopian tube? So, ito yung makikita niyo parang dalawang nakaganon. Ayan, so magta-travel siya dun sa fallopian tube, and then voila, pregnancy will occur. The fertilized egg attaches to the lining of the uterus, and then the placenta then develop. Alright, so madidevelop na siya until the placenta transfers nutrition and oxygen to the uterus from the mother. So, ito na yung umpisa na mabubuo na ang baby at magkakaroon na ng another offspring. Alright, so again, what is menstruation? Alright, very good. Menstruation is a sign that a girl is capable of producing offspring. The menstrual cycle is a series of changes during which an egg matures and the uterus is prepared for possible pregnancy. It entails biological feedback system that regulates the activities of the structures involved in the processes. And guys, remember that the menstrual cycle, it is also influenced by one of the body systems that we discussed last time. That's the endocrine system. Yes, very good. The menstrual cycle is influenced by the endocrine system through the complex interaction of the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the gonads. Okay, ano yung gonads? Gonads, ito yung ating reproductive or the sex organs, specifically the ovaries and the testes, which is pinag-aralan natin noong nakaraan na related siya sa endocrine system, di ba? And always remember that the length of the menstrual cycle varies from woman to woman, but the average is, the average cycle is 28 days. So, yan yung normal. Pero, talaga namang ang mga babae, magkakaiba naman talaga sila ng cycle. Meron nga babae na every 4 months lang nagkakaroon, every 2 months, meron namang very regular. Yan, it depends upon sa babae. Pero ang regular, it must be 28 days cycle. Alright, so I'll be showing you the figure, okay, that summarizes the changes in the uterus and the events in the woman's monthly period. Alright, again, so makikita niyo dito sa figure na to, yung ating circle dito. So, this is the phases of menstrual cycle, and there are 2 phases here, the follicular phase and the luteal phase. Alright, so let me explain to you the cycle of this menstrual cycle. So first, we have the follicular phase. The follicular phase starts on day 1 of the menstrual and ends with the ovulation, day 14. Alright, magsisimula yan ng day 1 at matatapos ng day 14. So that is the follicular phase. And of course, the brain or our anterior pituitary, it will send the FSH or tinatawag natin na follicle stimulating hormones or the FSH to the ovaries to signal follicles to grow and to be matured. So these follicles na makikita natin dito, so these follicles, ito yung nagpo-produce ng estrogen, which is one of the hormones of the ovaries. So, estrogen, ano bang ginagawa ng estrogen? It will act on the uterus to stimulate the thickening of the endometrium. So, ano naman yung endometrium? So, that's the uterine lining. Okay, so kapag yung estrogen na to, when estrogen peaks, it will signal the brain to release the what we call the hormone LH or the luteinizing hormone, and this will trigger the ovulation. So, ano nga ulit kapag sinabi nating ovulation? Alright, so ovulation occurs mid-cycle. So, it is around 2 weeks or before the menstruation starts. Now, what happened after this or what happened during this day? So, on this day, yung mature egg from the follicle, it will travel down from the ovary down to the fallopian tube and into the uterus. Alright, so at any time during the egg's journey, kapag yung sperm, okay, during this journey, yung egg na to, kailangan siyang ma-fertilize ng sperm cell. Alright, so again, at any time during the egg's journey, sperm can fertilize it. And what happens kapag na-fertilize niya yan? If fertilization does not occur, pero pag nag-occur ang fertilization, alam niyo na ang kasunod niyan, magiging pregnant na siya. But, if fertilization does not occur during this phase, so the egg continues to the uterus and dies within 6 to 24 hours. At kapag nangyari yun, dito na magsisimula na magkaroon na ulit ng menstruation. What happened during the luteal phase? During the luteal phase, this will include the day after ovulation to the day before your next period. Alright? And then, what will happen? Ano ba nangyayari during the luteal period? So, yung LH or the luteinizing hormone at saka yung FSH or the follicle stimulating hormone, yung level niyan bumababa. So, once it releases its eggs, so the empty follicle develops into a new structure that what we call the corpus luteum, which produces the another hormone of the ovaries, which is the progesterone. Alright, so what is corpus luteum? Corpus luteum is a temporary collection of cells that forms on your ovary each menstrual cycle if you're still getting a menstrual period. Okay, so it appears right after an egg leaves your ovary or ovulation, and the corpus luteum's job is to make your uterus a healthy place for a fetus to grow. Ano mangyayari kapag yung egg hindi na fertilize? If the egg isn't fertilized, the corpus luteum generates and the estrogen level will decrease, and the hormonal changes of this phase are associated with the symptoms of premenstrual syndrome or yung tinatawag natin na PMS. Ano bang meron sa premenstrual syndrome or the PMS? Yan, ito yung mga babae na nagkakaroon ng pimples, sumasakit yung ulo, fatigue, dizziness na nahihilo, mood changes, kaya nag-iiba yung tinotoyo, ganyan. Alright, bloating, pain, sometimes swelling of the breast, or food craving. So, ito isa lang to sa mga symptoms kapag may PMS ang mga babae. And it's related to the menstruation. Okay, and remember that the menstrual cycle can continue in a woman for about 40 years, stopping temporarily during pregnancy and resumes after giving birth. Ayan. Syempre, tumitigil naman talaga ang menstruation ng isang babae kapag siya ay nabuntis na. At syempre, babalik yan kapag siya ay nanganak na ulit. Alright? So, what else? Some pain, cramping, or discomfort during menstrual periods is normal. Talagang normal yan. At normal din sumasakit yung ulo minsan. Okay. And excessive pain can causes you to miss work or school. Must be given medical attention. Yan. Kapag yung may menstruation kayo at hindi na kayo nakakapag-concentrate sa studies nyo, hindi na kayo makapag-work ng maayos, lalo na yung mga dinidysmenorrhea o kaya sobrang masakit yung ulo. So, you have to go to your doctor para makapagpa-check up kung bakit ba ganun ang nangyayari sa inyo. Kasi usually, hindi naman talaga siya super dapat na mangyayari sa inyo na may ganun kayo nararamdaman kasi ang menstruation is normal. So, in case na makaramdam kayo ng mga ganitong klase ng symptoms, you have to see your doctor. During our last discussion dun sa ating endocrine system, nabanggit na naman natin yung ilan nito. Alright, so when it comes to endocrine system, meron tayong mga endocrine gland na na-encounter last time. So, i-discuss ulit natin dito kagaya ng anterior pituitary, na makikita natin sa pituitary gland. So, ano yung mga hormones na meron to? Meron tayong dalawa. The FSH and the LH. FSH or what we call the follicle stimulating hormone and the LH or the luteinizing hormone. So, anong meron sa FSH? Sa FSH or the follicle stimulating hormone, so what are the functions of this? Of course, number 1, it stimulates follicular growth in ovaries. Second, it stimulates estrogen secretion from developing follicles or the small sac containing eggs. Alright, and next we have the LH or the luteinizing hormone. This is the surge causes of ovulation. And then what else? It will also result in the formation of a corpus luteum, which is a structure formed as a mature egg pops out of a follicle. And of course, another endocrine gland, we have the ovaries na meron sa female. Syempre, meron tayong estrogen at saka ang progesterone. So, ang estrogen, ano ba yung mga function ng estrogen? Syempre, yan yung nagpapakapal ng endometrium ng mga babae. Another one, it stimulates the pituitary gland para makapag-release pa siya ng luteinizing hormone that will cause ovulation. And another one, ito naman yung pumipigil sa FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone, para mag-produce so that only one egg matures in a cycle. And how about the progesterone? So, progesterone, kagaya ng estrogen, it will also thickens the endometrium, and of course, it will inhibit the FSH and the LH during the luteal cycle or the luteal phase. Alright, class. So, last time, pinag-aralan natin yung mga hormones, diba? So, always remember that yung mga hormones, like the shifting messengers ng ating katawan. So, our chemical bodies, our body's chemical messengers are the hormones produced by the glands of the endocrine system. So, always remember that the endocrine system pass them straight in the bloodstream. Alright, and these hormones will affect various processes in our body as they regulate the activities of organs, sa mga tissues, sa mga cells, yan. Kumbaga parang sila yung nagtatrabaho para lalong mag-functions itong mga tissue cells natin sa katawan. And aside from that, hormones, even in a little amounts, yan, yung mga hormones yan, kahit maunti lang yan, kahit kukunti, kahit hindi masyadong madami, pwede silang mag-control ng maraming changes in our reproductive system, including those leading to the menstrual cycle. Okay? So, kaya yung mga hormones natin, malaki ang role niyan sa ating katawan, lalo na sa ating mga kababaihan. Alright, so let us try to answer some of the assessment here. Let's begin with number 1. Alright, so number 1, which hormone helps control the menstrual cycle and stimulates the growth of eggs in the ovaries? A, follicle stimulating hormones. B, luteinizing hormone. C, progesterone. Or letter D, testosterone. The correct answer? Alright, that's letter A, or the follicle stimulating hormone. Next, number 2. Which endocrine gland produces estrogen and progesterone? Oh, very easy. A, anterior pituitary. Letter B, ovaries. Letter C, pancreas. Or letter D, testes. Alright, letter B, ovaries. Galing ah. Okay, number 3. Hormones affects various processes in the body as they regulate the activities of organs, tissues, and cells. Which of the following statements is true about female hormones? And they are blank. Number 1. Letter A, act in very small amounts but results to great deal of change in the body. Letter B, lead to growth or facial hair and development of Adam's apple. Letter C, may cause pain and headaches. Or letter D, trigger the development and release of ovum. Okay, the correct answer? Alright, that's letter A. So they act in very small amounts but result to a great deal of change in the body. Number 4, during the luteal phase, progesterone tends to A, fall, B, remain steady, C, rise, or letter D, shift unsteadily. Okay, the answer? Letter C, rise. Okay, number 5. Which hormone surge results to ovulation? A, estrogen, B, luteinizing, letter C, progesterone, or letter D, testosterone. Alright, the correct answer? Letter B, luteinizing. Alright, class. So, you already know about the 4 hormones involved in the menstrual cycle in our previous activity, in our discussion. Ano nga yung 4 na hormones involved in the menstrual cycle? Alright, so very good. Those are the FSH, or the follicle stimulating hormone, the luteinizing hormone, alright, the estrogen, and the progesterone. Alright, so this time, let's see how the feedback mechanism affects the female reproductive system. Alright, so feedback loops are biological processes that maintain homeostasis or body balance. Remember this difference between positive and negative feedback. Positive feedback intensifies a response, while negative feedback reduces the effects of a stimulus. A negative feedback affects the production and release of hormones in the menstrual cycle. High levels of one hormone may inhibit the production of another hormone. And during the cycle, negative feedback mechanism keeps the levels of hormones relatively stable. Alright, so this is the end of our lesson vlog about the menstrual cycle. So in our next activity, we will be discussing about the female reproductive system and what are the functions of each reproductive system. And for now, this is the end, and I hope you learned something from this lesson. If you want to have a comment, just leave your comment below at pupusuan natin yan, syempre. And hello nga pala, shout out kay Richard Farcotila na nag-comment sa ating previous vlog. So, hello. So, sa iba dyan, if you want to leave your comment, so please leave your comment below kung meron kayong gustong i-shout out, kung meron kayong gustong i-discuss natin. So, pusuan natin yan at try natin na makagawa tayo ng lesson vlog tungkol dyan. So, again, until our next vlog, this is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 10. Bye! And have a good day!